MPP, if they get the opportunity to take power today, coup. You people are never going to see peace again. See clearly say, Chairman Wontumi lawyer and him say Chairman Wontumi cannot survive this. They know it. A point will come, people will be killed on the streets of Ghana. So the Tumima MPP, they wouldn't care because you have something to lose. Because Obianim saw your NDC ni, Obianim said Juma your boy NDC, Obianim said opportunity when the NDC they will come after you. You want the government to meet every single person's expectations. What about them? And then our politics. John Mahama in 1 year, 4 months, every single problem should be solved. Every party member should get a job. Every single NDC person's expectation should be met. You know what you say? MPP power now. You are dead. And now on when a Dominic and Amoko Alaji no ho 20,000. Have you on camera? A read to so you
was your cover. Boadu TV Sunday. The best show first time I know subscribe. You know, like a video name and comment to me. Kevin tell us a money number power man PP. Hey, Nipa be uber what the number is when Nipa would that don't be your mom. Mom peta. Chairman Wontumi case no. A cafe near so prison. Or this mistake, no one will pin defense. So basically, can tell no. So, on one lawyer cry him. Aye. Could be nim. Say Wontumi and Yadu be dinkum. I think I'll be coaching. In team for Joasamoha. So I was in team for Jordia. On no again. On Brabant and Macassa. Minority for say OSB or young premium OSB.
This is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
Wontumi Samurai boy case na court. Remember, Wontumi in some na sebio case na dano court. Ninya criminal cases. Bako any Samurai boy case na akopie court judge otia kunwum ahye Wontumi say court mrane kire say attorney general presenting the case nyina wia was say Wontumi so eba ka kire court say in fact kwedu a attorney general de abom ni nyina no in fact enya no kre we enya no kre menkrata kire say enya no kre ni asama nipa we kan ya obedi adanse ma attorney general no sa nipa no wanka no kre in fact no kre pa no enie ensama attorney general judge so nyina no ni nyina so sa na court expect say Wontumi enye na sebio judge no entumi fa no judgment mbra ebesin de Chairman Wontumi say sa de no onye ade ntira emra court ne ka say Wontumi MBA ni case ni defense na ono so emfa de kuta no a ogina so aka say oni bone ne mra no Wontumi say judge no anje antum ono na sema antum say eni say obi ni defense no or the court appeals court. In fact judge ne ka say oni problem say decision now take here na say judgment no de ba efa say ombie ni judgment onka na sema so onka ni time nyenduru ye onyanye ready no and Wontumi ka say or the court appeals court judge na nka bibia na judge ne ka say and Wontumi nko na onko tie the appeals court for beka na appeals court for ka say ampa odibema omra na sebio na asem so eningina so a omra no montoa asem so ende ejebo Chairman Wontumi ekopie appeals court no appeals court say judge oti asem so no Samurai boy case a Chairman Wontumi ahwaka dwemu a sebio oti asem so no the judge has not committed any offense. In fact they believe that the judge has done things right, so Wontumi should go back and basically open his defense for the court to listen to his defense. Then the court at the end of the day will make a final decision. That is the judgment from the judge so and then what happened is sorry no pay no now Wontumi akọ appeals court say okutie say yama no kwa manim die any case anaseme manenye and the court of appeal throws out Wontumi's request to halt his case at the High Court pending the challenge of the decision for him to open his defense. It did not occur appeals court ko nyina say ma case na ekoso no enkoso yemfa tabono to so until say appeals court betie na asem nyina ewie. And I want to be appeals court na appeals court say wasam nyansa bi enim ko na asem bi ansie na ko bia defense na sebio judge ni so entie na wo waste Ghana for mere because baby asem na kodu no attorney general na dwuma nyina ewie wa church ni nsem nyina or the sebio the witnesses nyina ba they have come to the court, they made their statement, records have been taken. The attorney general basically closed this case a few weeks ago. So it's up to you, Wontumi, to defend yourself, to prove to the court that whatever allegation the attorney general is basically putting before the court is a lie. It does not hold. It does not have that evidence to condemn you or to put you in jail. Now, Wontumi and his lawyers are playing this very comical game whereby, for some reason, they don't want to open their defense. They don't want the court to know that they are not guilty of the allegations that has been leveled against them. After court, Wontumi lawyer, a former MPR, who also lost badly when he was a member of parliament, who was also very corrupt. And through the corruption, his constituents said he was not a leader to lead their constituency. So he was booted out. Chairman Wontumi went to pick a failed lawyer who could not even manage a constituency to lead him in court. Clocking. We are not clocking today. Today we are opening. We need to be clocking. Today we are unclocking. And to me, can't see any. First, not chairman can see any. Okay, see any. So see how we are unclocking. We cannot clock. We are unclocking. I thought chairman was clocking every day. Clocking. Today chairman is unclocking. And to me, can't see any. I can see any. Chairman is unclocking. Abuata. So right now, this is what happened. Bro, for na a year apia kubi. Unu apia kubi. Chairman Wontumi lawyer no or your corrupt chair kusie. Sa akwa we no ka say imbre bi businessman bi ba parliament and na obechiche sika mokai and apia kubi so onim businessman no obeka ka kire OSP fra apia kubi so omra so ma o jiska ni bi a nti na wanko ka no and nti na me say he's a corrupt politician or nti na your permanent free parliament and wabeda ne lawyer onisika into the chairman Wontumi be sit down say chairman e Jimmy ontumi kan ontumi chro into omeda dan sa. Now let's come back to the matter itself. Then na apia kubi eke nyina anasa or unclocking nyina na say or say and yewura court appeals court na atu asem na to atwene na ni nyina say appeals court say in sama chairman Wontumi de baye say eni say obie ni defense na in fact yemfa tabono to asem no so kopem say or no appeals court no ebe make judgment no appeals court say o ma make judgment asem no sebio bebi ana judge ni gina ene de judge ni kan nyina ewom omo to aso. Now yebusa chairman Wontumi unclocking lawyer ne say see ano dia na mo beye and also you have two options. First option ne say yebeko case no ho biem na yakobia a defense and now say yebeko Supreme Court until you can see. Now make a chira mo say inkofo we no political criminals no ye chi omo a omo first year no they have money, second year na omo ni started okay they will start. Or Chairman Wontumi appear could be at this juncture, he needs a lot of money from Chairman Wontumi because Chairman Wontumi ni beti. Baby a oyi sikane free edietua ne kano. Sikane be start form. Chairman Wontumi be start atete. So he will have no option than to go to the Supreme Court. Now remember, Chairman Wontumi going to the Supreme Court still delay tactics. And I am very, very sure and convinced to say Chairman Wontumi will tell Apia Kubi say on Sanko Supreme Court now uncompare interpretation on the judgment from the appeals court, because right now the only strategy left in England is say let us delay the court, let us try and drag the case. Yansha say you bet to be Jina court for the next almost 3 years. Confirm say John Mahama be free power, but you can see clearly Chairman Wontumi and the lawyers say Chairman Wontumi is not guilty of the crimes ya alleged against him now, and Chairman Wontumi will be a happy man to open his case. Adia Emma case easy in the say who accuse you be now the court every time the accused say onye guilty and I say on differ ayana no ho pre no say ebedru so manakanasem, and that is also a sign to a judge to prove say this person knows that he's not guilty and that he has enough evidence to back his claim. Now the moment an accused person starts to delay a case, starts to drag a case, starts to find reasons for the judge to stop proceedings, then you get to know, say, the accused person has no evidence to cancel out or to make his case that he is not guilty of the crimes leveled against him or her. You are seeing a clear picture of Chairman Wontumi, who does not want to come and open his defense because Onim said Attorney General now in court. It is true. Onim said the lawyer Apia Kubi cannot defend all the charges. Onim said there is no way all the charges leveled against him, Chairman Wontumi, he can walk through the cracks without being guilty of even any of the charges. So he knows, Chairman knows his clear-cut, straight jail term. But right now, he is doing the technicalities. Right now, this is the time apia could be so ebe jinisika. This is the time they are going to make him feel say this is the time this is the time they will convince you say Fabra, because now remember Omuko Supreme Court is going to be a lot of money. The money he spent at the appeals court he's going to spend 2 times to go to the Supreme Court. Now of course Supreme Court now they will give him some high hopes to say, oh, Supreme Court there, omu interpretation and let me tell you, from the trajectory, who study cases from where it started and how Chairman Wontumi consistently, he has been inconsistent in his presentation in court, providing evidence and even cross-examining the prosecutor's witnesses. You can see clearly say, Chairman Wontumi lawyer and him say Chairman Wontumi cannot survive this. They know it. It is a checking trajectory of the case now. The Supreme Court is not stupid. The Supreme Court, they also want cases to be fluid. They also want reasonable reasons to make sure say assembly or court to be an without anybody interfering in the process. What the Supreme Court does not like, and they say you being in the High Court trying to distract a case and using them as an obstruction. The Supreme Court hates that. And let me tell you, Chairman Wontumi go to Supreme Court, but from our lay point, and I say as from our view as laymen who don't need a law degree or we are not lawyers and abibino, you can see clearly say Chairman Wontumi try to obstruct the case. So the Supreme Court rationally will basically apply common sense and say that there is nothing here that is stopping you from opening your case. Go and open your case. In fact, the judge is giving you the opportunity to prove yourself that you are not guilty of the allegations that the Attorney General has leveled against you. So why is it difficult for Chairman Unclocking to open his defense? Why? Because Adeba Kwame Hunene say, Obia Obeko Court Biano say ondi for na say our case na o nyina so a ayana ne ho pre say judge ne man kwan man nka asem. But in this case, Chairman Wontumi say yes can asem was on ka. And basically, so in simple terms, court say Attorney General Begina Dekim for weeks. I can nsem nyina e de asem ato Chairman Wontumi say nyina so nie. Court say Chairman Wontumi Chire say the Attorney General can't to usu ni nyina no a okuta ni nyina so no chire say enya no kure adentina Chairman Wontumi pese obeye. Chairman Wontumi pese obeye free say Chairman Wontumi nim say wabokro no. And per what is happening in court, that is how made by the conclusion that Chairman Wontumi knows he's guilty. Now at this point, Chairman Wontumi ba na adiachi no make say Omaba court, but Oma file case or Supreme Court. Are you going to blame the Attorney General? The Attorney General has done his job. And to me, some Supreme Court. Now say Chairman Wontumi file case where I will not let it sit in the Supreme Court for more than 2 weeks or even a week. I will sit on that case and bring out my judgment. I am not saying, I don't think for the Supreme Court, they know the law, they know the interpretation. So I am not going to sit here and say the Supreme Court should do this or should do that. But if I'm the Supreme Court, I should be able to finish this case in 72 hours and tell the two parties or the Chairman Wontumi to go back to the High Court and make sure that, because at this point, does Chairman Wontumi want the Supreme Court to say he does not have to open his case his defense What is Chairman Wontumi asking or seeking? The question here is Chairman Wontumi going to the Supreme Court to tell the Supreme Court, say, I don't want to open my defense. In Timonkanche Court, and say, I should not open my defense. What is his case here? He wants because the appeals court right now, there's no case in the appeals court again. If you are going to the Supreme Court, what interpretation are you going to ask for? Are you going to tell the Supreme Court, say, appeals court judgment, you don't understand, and that or you are going to the Supreme Court to tell the Supreme Court to say, defense is in a CBA, and our defense in a CBA, you think say it is not lawful and that you don't want to open your defense. So case no can be anything. So sometimes you ask yourself, Chairman Wontumi Jimmy appear could be a and the NPP, the core NPP, they don't understand these things. So I will advise the Supreme Court, with all due respect, that this dilly-dallying and Nkwasiadia Chairman Wontumi lawyers say, when the case comes, and I know they are going to move to the Supreme Court, that is what they will do. They have no option. Because the Chairman Wontumi and go to Supreme Court, we should expect at least judgment within 3 weeks. So Chairman Wontumi, to me, I'm be in defense. Say Chairman Wontumi, Anko Supreme Court, Nassau Castle Obi defense. I expect the case to end within a month. It should maximum a month. It should end. Because what I know, say, from our sources, and a source, in fact, from a post from 1957, and I'm going to say this because I need to tell you where this is coming from. So far, I don't have the facts, but I'll put it on the screen and let Ghana to know, say, we picked this. We are going to follow up to make sure, say, in fact, no kre ewo sa asemwemu. From what we are seeing on social media, we didn't come up with this list. And we picked this story on social media from the platform of 1957. So I want to be clear because this platform is a very credible platform. I don't want to put some information in the system to me and substantiate. I need to make sure say where this is coming from. No, this is the source that posted this particular story on social media. Now, so study this is what is going around. Chairman Wontumi be any defense and the witnesses no any this way and the alleged witnesses are Chairman Wontumi ocean the case mu a woman the witnesses are mobile bontene ababeka in favor of Chairman Wontumi court. Now, counsel for Chairman Wontumi presents 5 possible defense witnesses in the ongoing criminal case. And who are these witnesses? 1, we are talking about Kobi Ochredakun. Kobi Ochredakun is a former Kobina Ochredakun, or a former Western Regional Minister. He is that criminal. He was involved in serious illegal mining and the driver at the $16 million Ghana cedis a Ghana year to date. Yehu driver ni biom. He is a galamseya. Kobi Ochredakun. Or no, ena imrebi okotna constituency before election 2024. Another contest aspiring MP. Ekatre galamse for say. Anytime the police, the military come to their constituency to stop them from mining, no, they should attack them because they have the right to attack and kill. This is Kobi Ochredakun. Per our checks, the stories making headline rounds on social media, no, source no, 1957, no, Kobi Ochredakun, a former regional minister who is an active illegal miner, a criminal, a very corrupt politician, is Chairman Wontumi's witness. 2. Yefra Abrantie bi Owusu Achiao. You say also Chairman Wontumi witness, another corrupt criminal who is part of the illegal cartel in Ghana. He is also Chairman Wontumi's witness. We are hoping say all these people will show up in court as witnesses for Chairman Wontumi. But what will be? I will tell you something. I'll show you something. So you see, Kobi Ochredakun, and the second guy, a friend, Kobina Dakun. Now, Kobi Ochredakun, Odinam can ask some children involved in the galamsey big time. Sir Francis Owusu Achiao, a Chairman Wontumi a sponsor no. A man by MP. He is a hardened illegal miner. A Chairman Wontumi a sponsor as a friend. Francis Owusu Achiao. Chairman Wontumi a chia sika. All the kululus to get this guy into parliament. Into only the second witness to for Chairman Wontumi. Now, third witness. Obia a friend Gomashi Wisdom Edem. Yenya wuni kwasi ampenyi baku. Another criminal, corrupt person who says he is going to be a witness for Chairman Wontumi. Until you can see, you can connect the dots. Now you see the strategy they are playing. They have put 2 former land ministers in their witness. It won't say you will be to say Nitiwo and Mrekuduka. These are people who Omaye Juma our land ministry before. Mrekuduka used to be a former land minister. So you see what they are doing? They are using the criminals who gave Chairman Wontumi the room to enter our forest to come and tell us to say Chairman Wontumi did not commit any crime. So you see, now the same people who basically gave Chairman Wontumi the room, the access. Chairman Wontumi run Western region, run Sasimu, na Kobi Ochredakun regional minister. So you see what he's doing? He's trying to use the regional minister to protect Boni Okodin Western region. Mrekuduka, a former land minister. Nitiwo, a former minister. So he's using these people. Kobi Ochredakun, Francis no new job in MP. Chairman Wontumi the sponsor the MPship na Okura Parliament. So you can see, say, when you connect the dots, they are using the same people who are serving you as their defenders. These are criminals. They open our forest for Chairman Wontumi to go in there and destroy the nation. Near to Kromha and the Minerals Commission capture Ghana for say Chairman Wontumi is a criminal. He entered our forest without permission. He actually entered our forest not only license, only the license to mine. There was a document. You and I, we saw the Minerals Commission. That same time, Nana Addo Akufo Addo Kromfo no achichide na on the obedi president no, the certificateless liar no. Nana Addo Akufo Addo stood before Ghanaians and defended Chairman Wontumi and told us to say Minerals Commission for na bodam na ono ne Chairman Wontumi na owie sika ma no otu egudie ma no or say Ghana SARS no. Nana Addo Akufo Addo without shame defended Chairman Wontumi and threw the state institution under the bus, all because not Chairman Wontumi etu egudie na a lot of gold no na or the sponsor Akufo Addo's the Jubilee House. So Akufo Addo was so bold, abra a state agency yamano that the authorization to conduct investigations to make sure nobody mines in Ghana illegally, nobody goes into a forest without licensing. When Minerals Commission Bible because the Chairman Wontumi route assassin or to a good year or sensio or say a forest no. Nana Addo Akufo Addo by TV so before the nation and told us to say Minerals Commission for bodam on the MPP Chairman Wontumi enye boni, but there were documents to it. There were evidence to it. As some way, member say in Nairobi a year in Team Fojo, we are still waiting for him to prove to us he's not gay. A year Asin South MP, and there Abetoja say a year in Team Fojo or your trumu na assembly in say na audit na audit. Yeah, you see in life there's something a subaya it is saying untumi fancy. Now for a very long time no, this gentleman a friend a year in Team Fojo or the ni subain any nyome bia or ye ni sumase esi ama ne hu nipa bi any the busuafo bi ne nyonkofo bi ono mo school no ahye o mabufo ma wa abotene aba campaign nyoma na o ye no school any sebio nyoma ende ye no kase o yesie na omo beka asem se ofa mbema to one mbema na da na sebio o ye trumu nipa sebio otafre mbema to no abrantie ntumi share da anase eye Asin South for MP on tumi share da emba abontene embe kire emfa adanse embe kire se onye obi a ofa mbema to anase otafre trumu na ana eya se boni a nipa bi di omo mpese nipa be hunti omo tumi ko hye politics echi omo ko hye parliament echi na omo create impression bi se nipa bi mom ana sebio eba trumu tafre ene bema ye ne omo da e de bema hye bema to a omo ye omo se de omo nim ho hwe so ende abetodwa de yebusa eye sofu muku anase reverend so called reverend in Team Fojo say omo kire say onye gay anase ontafre trumu anase onim bema nda if we say oye nipa bi a wakasa afa trumu ho ache na de bia no oka o se nipa bi wo Ghana ha oni de oye MPP ni oni de oye sofo na nipa bi wo Ghana ha omo ye trumu fo aban hyemra na sa nipa no yembu omo ekumfo anase sa nipa no yen tata omo anase yen twa omo asu ana ebi mu kura yenku omo we any ade abrantie we enam Ghana ha e de politics eye on right to say that. And Ghana no as we speak today no emra emma obi ahụ kwan sebio yemfengu krata so de nanso obi ani ho kwan se obekọ akoye trumu ne bema ne oba da ya che no physically na de ya ka nyina ne se eye papa yi se ne otumi gina parliament o se ode krata bi sebio ogina so amaya che Ghana fo bi ebu omukumfo edi omakoto efiase anase ya bu omo efri se ono ne tirim no ana nipa bi omoka no ho MPP mu no ohun nipa bi we nisuo ene nioma bi ene bi omo ye ne se omo de omo ye trumu fo ene abetodwa se Team Fojo tafri trumu Team Fojo ye trumu one mema ne da ne classmate fo be 9 na aba abontene abeka de otumi ka ye nyina ne se ono de onye gay ana se onye trumu asema ye busa ne nyina ne se edien ngina so edien na ode kire approve ache Ghana for say he is not gay. He does not sleep with other men. He does not lick the butt of other human beings, or to make it clear, other men. He needs to prove to us. He needs to come out, because people are asking. And you see, the church he attends, the church that he leads as a reverend father, no, they are still asking for evidence. They are still trying to get the real answer, that what proves, what shows that he is not gay, because the allegations that have been made or leveled against him are serious allegations, and he is trying to avoid it. So we want him to come out. We want Ntim Fodjo to explain with evidence, if he has graphs, sketches, to prove that he is not gay, because being married alone does not justify that somebody is not gay, or being a man does not justify somebody not being gay, or you being a Christian or calling yourself a reverend does not justify that you are not gay. So he needs to prove beyond that. The same way he's in parliament every single day, sitting on platforms trying to condemn other people because of their gestures, because of the way they look, because of the way they talk, because of some group of people they mingle with, he criticizing and condemning them that they are gays. We want Reverend Ntim Fodjo to also prove beyond reasonable doubt that he is not gay. Not just saying I'm not gay does not mean you are not gay. And that is why we are here today. Inti Osofu Pieto, we want him to come out and justify, prove to us with evidence. The same way he is in parliament telling Ghanaians that their law needs to be passed for people who he believes are gay. And we keep asking him that what is his definition of gay? Until now, he has not been able to prove to us what gayism is, what his definition of gay is. And after he defines gay, he needs to prove to us that he's not gay. I am not here to speak for gay people. I am here to question Ntim Fodjo if he's really not doing this for politics, if he's really not using the name of God, hiding behind these kind of things to protect his dark side. Because the enemy say and the abetodja say Ntim Fodjo or tafre mema to onem mema dasie. Ne yire a complain am ne busuafo emo omaka asem na hye emo mu nyina mpese ebeba abontre nenso nyoma bi ene ne bi a oye ene senia sebio obu anipa bi aten abra oni ngina so no ama ne namfofo bi aba abontre be ka kire Ghana fo se eye Ntim Fodjo eye trumudifo word we na mehwehwe no oye trumudifo Mr. Fosu me da se o kire mtwi e wo primary kosi GSS Ntim Fodjo eye trumudifo a e wo se oyi ne ho ano akire ma Ghana fo hu se onye trumudifo. Inti we are expecting, we are still waiting. And every single day I will remind Ntim Fodjo to come and explain, because just looking at somebody, you cannot just conclude and say the person is gay. Just looking at the kind of group the person works with, you cannot conclude that they are gay. Somebody being married does not exclude them from being gay. Somebody being a Christian or a reverend does not automatically exclude them from being gay. And he needs to prove beyond all these things that he is not gay, because from what we know and the evidence that has been put out there, clearly Ntim Fodjo is gay. So Ntim Fodjo, just saying that I'm not gay does not change the narrative. Come with evidence. Come and prove to us. For some reason, you are running away from the media. For some reason, I don't want you to go to any media house. I want you to do a short video explaining yourself why you are not gay. That is the most important thing. Because the reasons why you are basing your arguments, you know, say, ni pebi wa Ghana omu ye gay. And then we keep asking you what makes someone gay, and you say the way they walk, the way they talk. Maybe they are friends with women, a woman being a friend with woman, a man being a friend with a man. And your religion, your principles does not believe in that. That's fine. We want to know that if you are married, can't you be gay? If you have friends who walk in a certain way, or a group of people who are also gays, does it make you gay? Or you calling yourself reverend, does it exclude you from being gay? We want you to prove to us that you aren't gay, because that is all that you are doing, and you are using that to cover up your gayism. So I'll be back on this matter, and every single day I'll remind him. I'll remind him and remind his church. I'll remind him and remind his colleagues in parliament. I'll remind him and remind his wife. If his wife wants us to publish his gay partner, if she gives us that green light, we will publish it for her to see. I know that is his private life. He does not want people to know. But if his wife wants us to do it, she can use other means to let me know. I will publish the face of his gay partner. So we cannot sit in Ghana and pretend as if say to me differ but to me jina Ghana. I pretended to say on the or your crojin, abra on your crojin. So I'm just telling him, in Team Fojo, come and prove to us. Let us know. To me differ, Reverend in Team Fojo to me differ, come in Team Fojo to me differ, come and tell us. Just saying I'm not gay, denying it does not mean you are not. So I'm telling your wife respectfully, madam, say who couldn't person be tum. That's a opposite publishing the gay partner. You see, the reason why we don't want to do that is because that person too also on the private life, and we cannot just come here and put his face on the screen and say, "We na intim for your eneneda," and I bear my way and I say you ofaneto. But what Intim Fojo can do to help us, and they say he needs to come and prove beyond just saying I am not gay, to prove to us all say on this panena. Because on there say all championing anti-LGBTQ issue in Ghana. It is very important, and this is going to stay on record. And every time I speak on this matter, I'm going to speak Chi and speak English so that it can travel very far for him to understand. His colleagues outside the country, people he's deceiving, all the guys he's dating online, the kind of people he's seen, and all the foreigners he's doing these things with. I want them to understand what we are doing here, the explanation, the double life he's playing, the kind of hypocritical life that he's putting up. All that he's doing, all the things that you see him do on TV, speak against anti-LGBT, are all act. This guy is a pure actor. He's involved. He needs to come out of the closet. Just saying I'm not gay does not justify that you are not gay. So in Team Fojo, never catch it, never chile. Oh yeah, suffer. Now we are suffer Uro Pieto. Suffer Pieto. Why didn't Chairman Wontumi add Akufo Addo to the witnesses? Because it looks like Nana Akufo Addo na ono na or all the evidence to prove to Ghana for say Chairman Wontumi wasn't into illegal mining. A whole precedent, a state agency at the state of Ababontin, Akufo Addo defended Chairman Wontumi, told us in our faces that Chairman Wontumi's Akonta mining wasn't involved in any illegal mining. A whole precedent. The bodyguard in Channel. This is where we were a few years ago. We got a president to be Bejina Ghana for him. Abra, Minerals Commission, it may release statements. President ne kachire we nim say Minerals Commission statement don't release na yankwasi asem. Ni nipa na oye galamse no. The whole Ghana obi antumi nkase Chairman Wontumi ye galamse. This is where we were. When na president, we mu na yankofo mu die so. Now why do you think Chairman Wontumi Bawumia wants Chairman Wontumi to lead the MPP? It is because concessioner Chairman Wontumi da ho Ghana no, that is the concession money they will be using to support Bawumia's campaign. Chairman Wontumi ya campaign ma Bawumia ni nyina no, he knows say he is about to go to jail. He knows say so Wontumi ya concession is ready. No mo di wie mama Bawumia e bia Bawumia ba power in 22 years he Chairman Wontumi will leave prison. That is why they are all following Chairman Wontumi, because Sikabia Chairman Wontumi at the share Bawumia campaign muno illegal money illegal mining sika. So you see, it is so dangerous to even think about Bawumia being president in the next 20 years, because you see, Bawumia has surrounded himself with criminals. Obia or support to Bawumia campaign, especially Chairman Wontumi. Why do you think say MPP for Kwani Munyansa? They will not even think of making Chairman Wontumi, who is going to go to jail, default. Why do you think they are still insisting? Because Bawumia Legend say Chairman Wontumi be national chairman, NDC a court no, and to me prosecuting no, and to me fanning if we say Ghana for beka say then yachi MPP for national chairman akotum. But Chairman Wontumi say jail no also kwa. I am sure say court cases way they will end before NPP will go into their elections. And they are doing everything possible to rig, because Bawumia believes say galamse sika nkwa na betumi aboa ne campaign. Recently okoka kata on na yiri before no. Now they went to sell Ghana's information because almost pay sponsors from Qatar to come and sponsor Bawumia's campaign. Iti mama underestimate the MPP for mama ka bibi nkyerɛ mo. So I Ghana di na wo hwɛ me a mama nkyerɛ bibi. The things I know in Ghana politics, unim 1%. And Nyamin Pengu, and it is never going to happen. When treatment Baumia ne Akufo Addo mo femu 8 years no. And abana moto ye na mo sesa mo nsa mo de tumi ene parliament di bibia ma NDC no. He. Se mo ye mistake na mo tam tumi ma MPP a. E kire coup na mo tumi de 2 MPP free power. Tie me. Me say sa election year mo tuti mo 2020 by force omotena power because we all know they lost the 2020 elections. We all know. Nana Addo Akufo Addo, he lost it. Now 2024 election omo lose omunya 38% no. Still they don't understand. Anything Samira na would na medro so no. She still doesn't get it why they didn't win the elections no. Mameka even chemo. Samu jimi mo ho. Samu ma mu jimi ni bete. Na mu didi nkwasi asem ye chi. Na mu adwene am say it is politics as usual. Na mu tam to me ma MPP in 20 years Samu betume MPP free power e kire mu di coup. You may be MPP bedi mu Ghana hano. You will have no idea. You people, you will never forget, and that will be the beginning of the end of this country, Ghana. Bre. Now, as usual, Ghana for your Jimmy Nibete. Me I have nothing to lose. Oh, I have nothing to lose. Now, bre. Mutam to me she MPP say mu do. You saw the way they killed people and they are not even shy about it. They murdered their own. JB Dankwa, John Kuma, they murdered their own party people. They did not even flinch. Okay? The NPP are angry. They are pissed off. The amount of money they were stealing. How anam come somebody ejapade PDS ebe wiam gudie sibia de na osa omu senan ka oso mo ye omo anya mo gi to me from nsem no. Now they are so angry and so pissed off with you people say so omunya to me e kire mu di coup e kire bia mo bo omu nipa na odi anim nutu ansa na to me they will never hand over power again because you see what Akufo Addo did in 2020 oku nipa na odan kuta power mo anka hwe no they felt to say anke Akufo Addo ye more in 2024 anka kuta power. Let me explain it to you. They see 2020 ye ku nipa be 8 Akufo Addo G to me yanka bibia na ye tenemu another 4 years no. They felt to say Nana Addo Akufo Addo any Baumia they should have done more to keep power in 2024. Now they feel say you people have not been grateful. More for 2 minutes more man twaso those who were enjoying stealing from your coffers. They are still pissed off. Adentina Nana inti the anger towards Akufo Addo in the MPP no. It is because Bawumia wanted to do 2 times of what Akufo Addo did. But you see, we as a people, we were determined to change them. The reason why they lost the elections, till date, Samira Bawumia Dahuna Mundroso, she still does not understand how Nikunus Bawumia lose the elections. And today I'm catching Ghana for say elections not MPP losing. It is not mere campaign. The will of God in Tina MPP lose the elections. And it's so they don't understand how they lost the elections because Sanka what God pumped into us, that spirit of eagerness, that willingness to save our nation, and nona onyamedi ma ya ye decide say betun kofowe. If you are not even spiritually inclined, remember sankofowe and nantindro so chen obia wo Ghana, and wherever they went, the places they went to sacrifice human beings are still at the end of the day they lost that election. 38%. They are still angry because one omo kunipa enya to me. That thing is still hunting them. They did things normal people don't do, and not that till date. So what here MPP focus sometimes you ask yourself, Oma Bodamana, it is not so Bodam. They still cannot get over it to say they lost the elections. Ever seen there, Baumia still doesn't believe he lost the elections. And Neyiri every night is fighting him and telling him he's a fool because he was supposed to take over the elections. He was supposed to do worse than the Akufo Addo. He would have kept the power. But Baumia de Biaka and say, "What Samira? A dear na wa mamanye, a dear na yanye, a dear na yan fengu form, a dear na yensie. Why are we not in power?" So they have a big problem at home. The anger in Samira, the anger in the leadership of the MPP, what they are going through today at Ghana for any atia. If we fool, ye Jimmy ni sa bete. Now you enjoy democracy, now you refi and one term because you refi at the end term. You need a little bit of comfort, but you refi problems. Ye Jimmy ni sa bete. Ye Jimmy ni sa bete. Now yes sir be Jimmy and we say, oh, where their politics and they get hold, they grab power. Do you know what Samira Bawumia will do with power? Sa lady no. Do you know what she would do with power? Now, oh yeah, second lady cry. You saw what she did with power of a private jet. Ekosra kunkumbaja. Obubunko for dying to go here as a second lady who was not assured of power to be the first lady. At that time, this is a woman who has no umbilical cord or Ghana. Onya Ghana niba. Yaku Ghana niya, she does not feel it like me. When Ghanaians are murdered on the streets of Ghana, na empete edi omunama Samira and cannot say me because she is not a Ghanaian. She is looking at power. She does not care. Anybody who stands before and not between on any power, you are a casualty. And I have a reason for saying this. That Samira Beifona Muhuni Salini Kruno, the pain in the heart of these people. Say a mistake near time to me man we are done. Actually coup and a bit too free power. Actually coup. Because you see, Adia a year of inspiration and they say Akufo Addo killed and nobody did anything. Why didn't we kill more in 2024 to maintain the power? They still don't understand. So Ghanaians need to go through pain to understand. So they are marking time. They are marking time. And then I'm going to say, the government of today, NDC Abino, whatever they are doing today, they are doing well. And remember, it is not going to be rosary. Definitely, at a point, the government is going to hit a block. But it still does not give a reason to any Ghanaian need to hand over power to Ghanaians. Never. Never in the history of Ghana. We should not attempt that. You need to understand that. The American citizens. Say me, maybe two better Ghana. Now me for Jamaica, at least I've secured my wife and my kids. But what about you? Obama Fulani, a point will come, people will be killed on the streets of Ghana. So the Tumima MPP, they wouldn't care because all the people are they are hiding in the dark in Ghana. All the people who helped Akufo Addo and Bawumia to kill in 2020, even in 2024, go after Ghanaians, all these boys, these bandits, these criminals, they are all hiding in plain sight. Some of them, we didn't see their faces. Some of them, they still live with us. Some of them, they are still in contact with Bawumia. They are still in contact with the people who led them to do what they did. And all these people are their army in the dark. Now imagine, say, ye Jimmy Asabete, ya tam to me at the MPPBM. All the ones that we did not see, all the bandits, the murderers, the killers, the so-called Delta Force boys who were undercover, damage, any evidence that we any or all these people are in the system. They are in the dark. They are scared of this new power. Now, all that they are waiting for is for Mahmoud Bawumia MPP to get hold of power. They will all resurrect. They will germinate. And do you know what they can do? Do you know what they would do? Unim di omube tumyaye. Sanko fwe di ama samne ehu about Bawumia ne Samira ne se. Sanko fwe na omu bo tuo. Omu hihye obenim. Omu anaye nim omu. Omu use omu eku nipa. And the Akufo Addo ne Bawumia. Remember, time Akufo Addo power na Bawumia ene the head of the police council. Into omo anomusha police in Tadie Botuo Techiman South near the no Bawumia was in charge of the police councillor and Kobetumaka CMB investigations, but wanye. Now the man something you ehunu say Sandy Pa and the video no woman na omu botu no they are omonieti omo hihye summu omo ta frefre omo ni omo di nkomo mo de munya abotre mo de munya yenya tumia yenya tumia into omo no mudi ewu omo mukunipa ayawaso west den omo nyina ho. There are so many of them camera and capture omo into omo ho a etu hihye omo ho a omo hihye dem the omo hia ne say ye begimi ni atam tumia ma MPP. That's all. The omo hia ne say Yabeko election, na ye Jimmy Abete, ni atam to me ama Baumia, atam to me ama Samira, and one no, they will all go back under their bed, or messa chomu to an APA, and they'll be more daring than before. Because now, no, Omo who say, so I'm about careless, sir, Mobatam to me ama NDC, into right now, Obo Kumu Abremwase. So we will be living in a democratic state, but we will be ruled by a tyrant. And we be the Akufo Addo. But the Akufo Addo, we are going to experience 2.0. Say ye Jimmy ni betani atam to me ma MPP ma. Anytime I catch will say, why imagine say a neutral or Ghana. Sometimes I am who conform to the radio so ye the enu ya ho pa and abaya ba ye onya na kwasia. I am who sang conform radio and MS3. Ye we are neutral. There are no neutrals in this job. Sir, are there a friend governance? You need neutrals. Whoop. Politics, there are no neutrals. It is alternative, it's not radio, so a neutral. Where Jimmy? Because your interest is important, and your interest is that protect a minor from a woody phone sim. That should be your interest. The party about a minor buying ama wokra. Wonkwa, woma, ene, wonananom, ebenya protection. So bit that teams say, I am a neutral, I kwasia onim de okeka, on tiasie, or ya kronfua on person bekano crachro. In this game, there are no neutrals. Memetiano, mama tiasie, me de no kre and keep NDC in power. That is my job. Me pese NDC in power for 2 years, and my philosophy is me de no kre no and be protect NDC no matina to me, afa to me, I protect Ghana, I teach Ghana. That is my priority. I'm not neutral in politics. I will see a TV biase. It must have never know. Whoa, and Kofobe also no multi TV so kasama NDC. Now Omokwasiato, Yantiasia, where they are jinsem, where they are Messiah Okwasia, if power changes, they will come after you because they see you as an enemy. And whatever you have achieved over the years, say hatred no mumuno, so your TV radio presenter, or your they will come after you. Some of you will be murdered. They will kill you, they will destroy your businesses. That is their target because they are pained. It is anamudi mujimi to radio so yeah and abino where there may and I'm sure Ujimi na you don't understand where you are. Come to America, you understand politics of interest. The Democrats have their interest, the Republicans have their interest. There's nothing like I'm a neutral. Where Jimmy? What is a neutral in politics? Inti Mama me now me for Jimmy, and I see one thing about Democrats in Ghana. You Jimmy too much, especially the opportunity to speak on radio and call themselves radio presenters. We are affiliated to the NDC. Where they are Jegu, where they are Jimmy. Now you think you sitting there, say NDC free power, you are never going to be happy. You need to get these things in your head. If the NDC is even hitting blocks, you need to find a way to guide the government to stay in power. Because whether you like it or not, wow, what peace, what Accra FM, wow, what your friend is saying, XYZ, wow, what power, your interests are buying with free power with yate. It's a fact. Nipana will be a business now. What Accra FM no say NDC free power. Say Nipana don't go after him. Remember that same person who was paying you for years now Ujina Court no. When the MPP was in power, they dragged that person. It's Anna Munsia Nyansa, Mumubi Amotete, XYZ, Power FM, Accra FM, and Kwasiaki can small boys bia. They have not seen life before. I am a yes, my senior comrades Libi allow these young boys, these stupid young boys who are temperamental, foolish boys are building bibi on my brabum. Now better we show so now we can Kwasiasem because the way could 100 Ghana, 1,000 Ghana, a Jimmy 4 boys to be. No, we need to understand. You need to protect what you fought for. The government is not going to be perfect. It's a fact. But that does not mean say we should be that stupid for small boys to come and sit there because of their small light bill they will pay. They are small brebi or boy and kwasiafon korabi. Then you come and see them sit on Accra FM. Now senior comrades are allowing these stupid boys with no future. Because when this party goes into opposition, you the comrade, you the senior, you the veteran journalist, you are the target. So what you do is that you protect what is in your interest, and your interest is to keep the NDC in power. We have seen the NDC and we have seen the MPP, and we know what the two parties can do. So there is nothing wrong when a party is fumbling. But for you to create that impression, say, no, the senior comrades are supposed to let them understand You might have your own problems with the government, but overall, we want our safety, we want our progress, we want to defend ourselves. So there is no way, also tonight radio, so then you try to do the malign or run down the government. Actually, wait, Jimmy, you do not understand where you are sitting. Because where you are sitting is your life. So I small boy now better on radio now hosting no only life because anchor life anchor a permanent show or GDB. So you always need to protect me. My interest is to keep the NDC in power. It's a fact. So don't get this wrong. What the radio go to so your program, your interest is to tell the people the truth, protect the government, keep the government in power. Because MPP bar power no, the first radio station no, now your radio gold. I didn't because their interest was to shut the people out. There are no neutrals in politics. And to submit to radio TV guys so a neutral with Jimmy or Jimmy, because at the end of the day, deciding not to even speak on the issues or things happening in Ghana, you have taken a position. Not to even vote, you have taken a position. So who is neutral? Nobody is neutral. Inti mo Jimmy na, mote Ghana na, wait there, and yeah, me see, especially the people Ghanaians know some way NDC for. You work in the interest of the NDC. Oh yeah, NDC Nino. Don't think it's a power society. You'll be treated fairly. They are not going to treat you fairly. They are not. Nobody in the MPP following Baumia will treat you fairly. You need to get this in your head. Actually, wait, Jimmy, you don't understand. You don't have foresight. You are not seeing ahead of you. Because when check it, they move fame. I'm a bedroom hande. Sanko for a bre no muji to me. Every single person. Now I'm on Facebook and I'm going to check your mom. You don't see and read the pain in their heart. They will condemn you people. They will come after you people. Your security now, mudidi agrono. Mu freedom now, mudidi agrono. They are waiting. They are marking time. Give it to them. When Jimmy Dodo, Abayan betraso 1 year and do 1 year 6 months gra. Move it to radio take a can kwasiasam and I'm a nume ho. Adentia, me nyobe be akọ port. Wa bodam na nkwa na carry on my bragana. Me nyobe be akọ port and I'm a Pierre de Morage and I wait them entiasie and a special prosecutor and a attorney general and I'm a nume mo bodam. Na mo just a power sasa. Obi be foul so will protect you ana. They will come after you. They will come after you. So get these things in your head. Now this is politics, no? You people are not being matured about it. You are being too emotional than being tactical. The job I do here is more tactical than being emotional. It is a way Jimmy and be emotional about being tactical. This is a government. The interest is to bring it to power. Which may I hear? Your job is to protect it. It might go wrong at a point, but you don't create the impression that it is worse than the government that you fought to bring down. No. Actually, wait, Jimmy. You need to let the people know NDC Abana is working. No, maybe the way it was supposed to go is not going that way. It does not mean the NDPP needs to be given an opportunity to come close to power. Yeah, Jimmy Dodo. Sometimes you listen to these young boys. And you see, Anna the Ambiana say the veterans, the OGs, the experienced ones are allowing these stupid boys to sit on their radios and then inciting out of emotions. Master Ejuma way. Say all the emotions, yeah, you cannot change a single mind in Ghana. I'm telling you, I don't work with emotions. So I'm a pong. If I don't like you, I don't like you. Me, I don't make friends. I don't make friends with people I don't like. I don't do that. That idea of we NDC ni and the only me MPP ni oba to me duro kume. MPP ni nyame oba kume. MPP ni oba poison me. Onyame ba oba say no. So I don't play that role. I don't go that line. I don't create that room. There's nothing like neutrality here. Mama control. Say ye mubi ye candia ya fema ye betra ha. And kabeka say juma we kienjai, but it's for a reason because I don't want bad people to lead you. Do you get it? Let's be realistic here. MPP a dangerous political party. They are sycophants, they are hypocrites. You see, anytime they catch Ghana for say, when it comes to governance, so we'll compare John Mahama Banwe, one of the best governments in the history of Ghana. I am telling you, Ghana, Abelidi Ghana, less than 2 years, the kind of things that John Mahama Abaya 90% of governments are going to do. Let's be real here. Let's be real. Let's get it real here. All the problems that we were confronted with, the things that we were screaming about, and those things, the government has made efforts. You can see it. You're talking about free SHS, Akufo Addo for 8 years. Today, free SHS is better. People are screaming, and a perishable food and go into free SHS. Every problem that comes up, the government within 72 hours takes care of the problem. At the end of us, have you gone to see any perfect government in the world? No, but this government has been exceptional. We are talking about things that were killing us. If you tell me about prosecutions, political prosecutions or criminal prosecutions, I understand. That makes sense. Then you can argue. But some point to Ukodrua, you ask yourself, what can Attorney General do again? Because Ebiani Chairman Wontumi case way, Attorney General has made his case. Chairman Wontumi is dilly-dallying. Chairman Wontumi is delaying. So should I come sit here and insult the Attorney General and go after the Attorney General? No. So let's be considerate. Let's be reasonable and rational. Yeah, the emotions here, politics, no. I said then you started politics, especially the veterans now, the veteran radio presenters, the veterans. Because me, if NDC is not in power today, I can stay in America for 20 years. I wouldn't care. And I wouldn't be hungry. But what about you? You have nowhere to go. So if they target you, they'll come after you and they'll destroy you. So why do you sit there and create an impression and create a room for your own distraction? Where Jimmy? Because they have tagged you already. They, in their meetings, they call you an enemy. In their meetings, they keep your quotes. In their meetings, they record your shows. They keep it. They put it. Whatever you are doing, they are watching. They need you. Now we're Jimmy to now so radio. So in the sense to say, I want people to think I'm neutral. No fucking individual is neutral on this planet. Yes, Ukraine were interest. Muhammad, peace be unto him, he had his own interest. The interest in the say, Allah or Domo Bayade, or in church, no paradise. That was his interest. Jesus Christ, his interest was was to make sure people listen to him, take the word of God, and those people will walk in his shoes, Christ-like people, to go to heaven. The interest was Jesus did not come to die because he was neutral. He came to die for a purpose, and that is the interest he picked. Jimmy. Politics, no, neutral. There's no neutrality in politics. The people you see on TV and on radio every single day, they have their reasons. Zato, they are OTA Okasa on your coherent or Jimmy Hono or Pesaba Omiaba power. Why do you think he wants Baumia to come to power? Wachira for the rest of his life. Onya Capre, or himself Baumia will give him a ministerial appointment or education minister into Ochan Trokra or to me. That is his interest. Kofi Bento. He saw them when they were coming up. Kofi Bento, but they have become millionaires than them. Today, they want Baumia to come to give them money. We are talking about Esankumamo. See the job they did in opposition. Esankuma's wife, on one of the creative positions. It is interest. When Jina or Jimina, Madam MP grassroots, NDC grassroots, and Yantuaba, Unkofona Nomuti constituency, Omnum so NDC, Omnum so be a store. They are targeting you. Power Sasa, it is not about you being angry with the NDC. It is not about you saying you are neutral. It is not about you having an issue with your party. They don't fucking care. They look for your chairman. They look for you because in every community, you do NDC in your MPP. You do Juma NDC for 1 year. You do Juma under NDC time. They are targeting you. They will come after you. This is the reality I'm telling you. I'm not going to mince words here. I'm not going to lie to you. I am going to let you understand what politics is. It's about interest. Ain't it? I'm Jimmy. Now the better radio situation ma wosu mitim say munim dia mo keka mu Jimmy, sit back, analyze situations. And hardly do you hear people speak about galamsey in Ghana. Hardly. Why? Because the government has taken an initiative. The land minister, and people find it difficult to even discuss galamsey. Why? It is because it is not there like before. And that is the reason why you voted. So what is your issue about Mentiasie and Aban? Actually, when Jimmy on Tiasie. Now, Adia Jomahama Yeno in this few 1 year, 3 months was 4 months. And Akufo Addo to me, Biancatia. Now, the Akufo Addo Baumia campaign, they promised 350 senior high schools. School Ghana. They promised to build roads. Did you see one road in less than a year? See what is happening around the nation. We are talking about sustainability or sustain our energy sector. Every transformer in Ghana is being changed. Water is being worked on. But sir, what do you need? The dollar is at where it is today, 11. It can't even hit 12. We are talking about inflation, single digit. We are talking about an economy that has been built well by Atto. You sit there and you stupidly tell me, oh, Mentiasie, and Omoba, they will come after you. When the MPP gets power, they will come after you. And these things, I'm saving it for the right time. Because me, I have nothing to lose. I've got shit to lose. Nothing. You have something to lose. Because Obianim so NDC ni. Obianim say Juma oye boy NDC. Obianim say opportunity when the NDC intra, they will come after you. My team just told me everybody wants the expectation to be met by a government that is in power for only 1 year, 4 months. Some of them are even on boards. Obuoha Aban we buy for 8 years. Oh, no when your board be as one tina. As we speak today, Aban we buy unya ya fane juma when your board be suti. Wadam fubi so you are complaining. Oh bodam, eden na here. Eden pa na here. There, what do you need? Yana me bufuria me tiny. Those who have gotten opportunities, abra maye juma, we recognize the juma maye. You have gotten something from the government. Your job is to help open the government up more by saying good things, and also if the government goes wrong, don't come and sit there and run the government down to say they are buying your shit. You are the greedy ones. You are the greedy ones. You want the government to meet every single person's expectations. What about them? And then now your politics. And then now we are politics. So John Mahama in 1 year, 4 months, every single problem should be solved. Every party member should get a job. Every single NDC person's expectation should be met. You need to understand this is governance. There are some people who are going to get jobs indirectly. Some people are going to get jobs directly. Some people are going to benefit in the long run, in the short term. That is how it works. Ediam kwasia da samu yankwara. Obu ha oti board so not radio to kan kwasia asem. Na nka when this yamba, wanya juma ma NDC abanka obenya board so atena. You people should sometimes be matured when you sit on radio and on TV, when you speak about NDC governance. Under the leadership of John Mahama, the ace in the BC Ghana da, things are better. Look at the numbers. They are there. San kwasiafo e ka kire say, NDC the inflation aba single digit no, it is baumia. Omo ka kire say dollar na what 10 no, it is baumia. Today, omunyo opportunity now. What are they saying? Listen to these fools.
So you are telling me that is stable. Is the basis for some people that because the stability of the city is even fake.
Such a stupid member of parliament. This landguard. And the stability of the city too is fake. But these are the same twerps. Last month, dollar no about 10, about 9, almost say about umia's work. These are the same cockroaches. Single digit inflation about umia and in Kwasiafu Ashatai. Abomoto Padama, Jimmy, ex landguard abe MP catcher say the stability of the city is fake. Kwasiafu, they are stupid. Then you sit on radio and you entertain this nonsense and say, and the entire CEO are buying there and I just go near bed then whoa. Now we are just buying stand down Huberto. Oji say MPP power now Huberto. You are dead and now most of you guys. Moji say aban sisa ochina Huberto. Protect your future. Kwasi ampenyi otin kwasman oka. In Kofuna na catcher say dollar neba 9 no eba umia na go for oil. Inflation about single digit no ade chinya omo ka kire say the about omiaye ni nyina ye fake in kwasiafo do we listen to them? So you listen to these things and come and sit on radio and you want to sound neutral. There is no neutral journalist in Ghana. There is no neutral journalist in Ghana. Actually, with Jimmy, any individual walking on the streets of Ghana, jumping from one radio to another, a dirty boy, stupid boys who have no aim in life, they cannot take a stand, They think they are neutral. They are stupid. There are no neutrals in Ghana. No neutral journalists in Ghana. I'm telling you. Every single person sitting on radio and TV, they have their agenda. There are some people Ghana, they saw MPP for 8 years. A typical example, anybody from Guasempano. Obi. The intention is in say he will drag MPP NDC people to help him become an MP. The strategy, and he's more affiliated to the MPP. But you see, he's playing a game. Odim say NDC for the Jimmy. So he's going to buy their good side and use them to enter parliament. The target our radio so to enter parliament. So you see him now at one in the interest about Obi man can NDC and win elections. I'm telling you, because as far as MPP stays in opposition, it becomes difficult for him to enter parliament. That is a fact. It is until to make sure that NDC will be in power for 20 years, because the more NDC stays in power, Obi ultimately run parliament to that. The only way to run parliament and send the party MPP about power. Obi is Oman in Kobna Sante. Oman in Kobna Sante. Neire enya maritime authority koye adwuma because of his affiliation to the MPP. His affiliation with the MPP gave Nigeria an opportunity to work at maritime authority. Omayine Komna Sante senka ye yiri edi under MDC baya. Anka you so manako anka o mane nkoda. Omayine Komna Sante is driving a Lexus. Ni pay saying he's not paid more than $3 a day. Omayine Komna Sante Lexus under MPP. Gapoa any maritime authority na ye adwuma bom. They made him bring a car when a dime and otimu Ghana. Neyiri is at maritime authority with fake certification. Under the leadership of Akufo Addo, the guy who was the minister of air and transport or Japan Akorano, he is the one who elevated Omayine Komna Sante's wife at maritime authority. Later, when they did internal audit, who said she did not deserve the office she was sitting in. She has been demoted because office now she is the leak for Nikunu. So what she does with the husband and they say, or you share in Krata, not what they are blogger, because you are commanding crew directly. Nikuru can want some more TV swa. Maritime authority will say, or they the leak information. So what they do, and they say, they will give the story to a blogger. That blogger will blow it, and Omayine will pick it up on their show and say, we are discussing. That is how he works with the wife. Omayine Komna Sante MPP time they didn't question maritime authority. Do you know how much she's paid? Neutral. Do you think he cares about you? Do you think the people sitting there they care about you? When Jimmy Momo and the Ubetina TV say me NDC na mentiasia we are boa. You are selling your future. Andrew said who say Omayine Muntieno oni Obi. Then the question I want to ask you is say, dear radio, any TV, a dear talk show, and a yenya pre-production. They discuss things. Oh, the end of because 8 years now MPP buy, they had this idea say, yeah, dear, we are going to set our sidelines and take money. We are not going to show our faces. Now, they are beginning to realize, say, you need to take a stand. You need to let people know where you stand. Send nearby to me, you will also be a billionaire. Until right now, you know, every single person who spoke under Akufo Addo, they are not Akufo Addo, they have created this thing in the system. They are going to go after every single person. They want people to see them as against the government. Senebeya, the MPP in opposition will see them as one of them. In the West Stadia, on Metna TV, they plan everything from the back. Obi will be the neutralizer. Oh, come on, Jai, where they say, or your sofa, where they now on mine and the fuse a dino. The draws a keteketana, akosha trumuno. Now, okay, can't quasi some. Then you ask yourself, say, this thing you're talking about, didn't you pre-discuss it before you came on the show? They do all these acts because of them somewhere, Jimmy. It's right now, the Omo say they are taking an entrenched position because Omo Ghana have 8 years. And Kofobi Omo taking entrenched position. They are now millionaires than them. So now they are beginning to believe, say, okay, what we are going to do is we are going to make the government unpopular. We are going to create that impression for MPP to know, say, we are the ones who are working for them. There is nothing that this government will do that will please these people because they are now also building their political career. And they know it's only the MPP that can give them that room. The question here is, and I want to start from the back. I keep telling you Ghana for more NDC for being a Jim no. Agenda no more setting. You see the agenda they are setting? They are situating themselves. And you ask yourself, say, Abrantia or Tisu and the BP could do 33,000. Now someone can what is the end game? The all can assess saying, is here also the end. The question you ask yourself, say, okay, Abrantia to also a journalist, Oceane. Enti asemna all can was here no ne fapem ne saying. All started Kasano, he spoke about things are not okay. What is not okay in the government? Mr. President, some things in your okay. What is not okay? It is your job. What is not okay in the saying? Then he jumped to, oh, Mr. Lawrence Tete. Then Mr. Lawrence Tete. And I said, Dr. Lawrence Tete. Sofonaka. Wrong. Yes, Dr. Lawrence Tete say, President say, LGBT bill no anti-LGBTQ bill no ebe can nsa obe sign it. And that right now as we sit in Ghana, our priority didn't say what is before the president is the priority. And our priority right now in Ghana is what is before the president. Is the LGBTQ bill, is it before the president? So there's something important today than the LGBTQ. if you want the LGBTQ or the anti-LGBTQ bill to be a priority to this government, Parliament needs to do his job and put it before the Parliament, the President. We are kwasia. So right now, the President should stop doing everything and sit in Flagstaff House and wait for that bill. Who is supposed to work on the bill to put in front of the President? We are kwasia. Uniminyansa. So if Lawrence Tete is telling you that the President so far has not gotten any bill in front of him and that he's not going to criticize the President because there was a President who was in power who got the bill and rejected it. What kind of politics is this? Because as I sit here, my priority if my team is working on a scandal and that scandal is very important to you, that's a team it's not a priority to me, even though that thing is important, you know. Andrea will say, I'm going to do a scandal on Akufo Addo. The boss has shrinking, and everybody wants to know Akufo Addo's boss, whether it has shrunk or not. Now there are more important things that was here because my team is not done with the investigations to get me all the facts. It does not mean say that investigation is not moving. No, scandal. It's not important. But right now, no, I have a list of stories before me I have to deal with. They are priorities. So what says is because of that, no, the scandal now my team is working on to bring me the final report for me to speak on. The President is a liar. Are you stupid? Wait, Jimmy. And see, that is the reason why you are sitting there insulting Dr. Lawrence Tete. Now, bet me do come here attempt to suffer no. And Omotina TV, so they want to act as if say they don't know what is happening. They know now. He moved from there. Let me tell you what they are doing. A game, a settings, a agenda. They are stupid people, very corrupt people. Or say, now, Nana Akufo Addo is Lawrence Tete's enemy. Are you stupid? And he found Lawrence Tete Jinaka say he hates Akufo Addo. Lawrence Tete spoke against Akufo Addo's inactions and actions because Nana Danko Akufo Addo, Parliament did the job. They transferred the document to him to sign. Nana Danko Akufo Addo's Jubilee House wrote a letter and told Parliament not to even transmit that document to them. So if Akufo Addo had not written that letter to Parliament, say they should not even transmit that letter, and Akufo Addo unsigned. Where you kwasia? School mukon saying, and you sit there and you want to create an impression, say Lawrence Tete making the statement clear. No, Lawrence Tete, nipa bonini, kwasia for. Ubetunu so for kazasa. Ubetunu ukrom hine ehia for ubetunu makazasa. Mo betina radio so because of politics, because mo pese mo titi di pantem, because of your selfish stupid greed inti. Mo betina radio so makeka kwasia sam. He moved forward. And I say, oh, Intesia and John Mahama na down for kwasia. When did Lawrence Tete ever say John Mahama is his friend and Akufo Addo is his enemy? We are kwasia. Munni munyansa. Mo Jimmy na mo ti radio so. And sometimes you know, sa agenda na mo de betina TV so just a Ghana for nyina Jimmy. Yan Jimmy yo. Me say ekro we Dania, mo ne be di mo chi first. This country, if it's fall off, if it breaks open, we will come after you people first because mo na mo say chrono. The President of the Republic told Ghana for every single day I go to the office. Every single day I go to the office. Now I just have Mahama office. We run Flagstaff House in there. Now yeah, the bill every Parliament about to the desk in this one. Do you think Mahama will say he will not sign? Whatever he goes and meet, he needs to sign it. But has somebody transmitted any document in front of Mahama? Has Parliament done its job? No. Intelligent alternatives now or two in fifre or who BP. Yaria adjun so huna otwoke kan kwase asem to say they will be the worker. You don't know anything than anybody. Now he goes on to say this. People should watch their utterances. And dear Semna Lawrence Tetaka. Because one, obi the document I got to Mahama Nima one sign. Two, has the president ever made a statement public that when the document is sent to him, he wouldn't sign? We are kwasia. Now I blame the person who put that radio station together with Jimmy. Because Sankodimian son of person of Ghana and that person will call you and say, no. Your basis for your argument does not make any sense. Because there's a personal. You have personal issues with people. You want to work for Baumia to see who ye Juma Mano. Or you don't maritime authority. No, you have a bona power. How about Nasi? Kana Wuchino or mine Comnasante, who was the car better in port. And yet, Gapoa for and escaping and a Yikarama. Crom for. Yatiana Jankroma scandal by Oko Alaji Wokoji Sika 20,000 Crom 4. You are sitting in Ghana screaming, and you people always want to create the impression. Now Moyam Kwasi Juma radio. So now he moved from there, and what did he say? Now the president is the one explaining Abobo Yahuya Kwasia. What is your job as a president, as a presenter, as a journalist? When the president or a government brings out a policy, and you as a journalist say, "Onya kromfo and abaso kind of cry," you tell the people, "Sir, a tricycle. No, what is the purpose for the tricycle?" Because you know the difference between an ambulance and a tricycle. It is upon you. So you have to explain to the people that the government, because we launching air tricycles, we know free healthcare, no, or catch a Ghana for say these tricycles are for this purpose. There are ambulances. Unless you foolish idiot sitting there, you yourself, you don't know the difference between a tricycle and an ambulance. When a government puts an information out and the president decides, say, in a speech, he wants to clarify, does it mean the president is coming to explain Abobo ya 2 years? Are you very stupid? You told me to say the number of times Akufo Addo Ekafa free SHS, it meant to say the people in his government, they didn't understand free SHS. Who you Jimmy for? You are stupid. You do basic journalism and kwasia for journalism. When there's no cause, problem niwa oba criticize Mahama, he's not going to do it. And if there's a problem, he has to criticize. He will criticize. You people cannot force anybody to do your bidding. Kwasia for now, what radio is what you want to say? What you want to say about Church Ghana for? I bind a free primary health care and all the tricycles account. I said saying tricycles, any ambulance difference in womb. Dear purpose that tricycles in the bay, sa motorbikes no, I bind the buy and or see any day. What is your job? Kwasia. Now you saw now ATM no and Ghana for you now yanya day yan kwashe dem nyanka se onim nyansa. You are a foolish man. John Mahama when Gina baby anka say on sign a bill no, I'm going to play it to you. When Jimmy na mugu Ghana ho ya tiama na mubu ofu motum fifre akromfo awifo woni Dominic na moko alaji no ho ukoji 20,000 have you on camera. A read to say you don't have any moral right to sit on radio or TV to speak against this government. A read kromfo. And you people, when Ghana, you are stealing from people and setting people up. Lawrence Tete will not attack Mahama when it is right for him to do it. I was so problem umbrana. And it's not the most important issue we face as a nation. The anti-LGBTQ Trumu bill on air pass. Is it the most important issue we are facing today? Kwasiabema ukuro is your Kwasiabema ukromu nipa nya adwuma ye. Kwasiabema ukromu kan yegina so. Kwasiabema nipa yare apemfo ogu ukromu omunya hospital kranko. Kwasiabema yesi hospital wo ukromu. Mo jibiji mo betena nkrama say police dogs. Okachire mo see that bill is not the most important, meaning it is important but not the most important. Bro funa montiana. Or see the bill is not the most important. It does not mean it is not important. It means that when they work on it and they bring it before him, it becomes the most important. Right now, we are dealing with the things before the president. How how abatain yebetumi akosho mu ofie, how yebetumi de free maternal care ebekofie, how a health crisis na ekoso no yebetumi solve no birth syndrome. But every single branch of government needs to do their job for it to turn the most important. As some president can kwasia wonte brofo. How do you sit there and make it look like? Because when the president was saying this, there was no bill before him, and there's still no bill before him to sign. Parliament sat in Parliament. They did all their job in Parliament. What did Akufo Addo write to Parliament? Don't transmit the anti-LGBTQ plus bill to Akufo Addo. That is what President Akufo Addo told Parliament. What has Lawrence Tete done? Because we need to mutino. Because wakase yen to me for chi kasa nchire nkranfo ade into moto so moa na de uchi no e chen nkranfo kasa na mo yen kwasiafo ohun mo tin nkranfo asa so na mo disrespect yo mo kwasiampa yi wetu go kumasi so for atem mo betra nkran a because obi an hye mo so obi an tata mo obi an kire mo bebi oso mo de tusinti mo betra mo bu nipa nim tia kwasiafo. This thing they are doing is not about anything. It is because Lawrence Tete said the Ghana language should be sustained. And in Kran Chronom no, I was see a man in Kran Kasa near priority, and then I yano because Omutimuno, Omasante Casano, and I Cassiachan will be a buofunu. Where did the president say he's not going to sign? Your Achidia Monkwasia Partino, they got the bill. They said Parliament should not transmit it to Akufo Addo. A buofunu. Motina radio so can kwasi asam na ema damochi. Omutumi kanyan sanchiremo. Moto kan. A Jimmy for and you misinform the people. The question here is that so I was a president Nebe explaining Abobo ya. You sitting there calling yourself the journalist. What is your job? San kwasi didn't be a Kwame Sefa in the past. When Mahama was in power, Yabusa Kwame Sefa said, do you see anything good about the NDC administration in 2016, 2014, 15, 16? Kwame Sefa catch Ghana for say it is not his job to tell Ghana for about Doomsona Mahama solving. It was not his job to talk about free SHS, e-blocks na Mahama is Kwame Sefa catch say it is not his job to tell Ghana for about hospitals na Mahama is Kwame Sefa General Radio so kwasia for MPP ba power na Kwame Sefa to board so MPA Muama. And that is the same thing they are doing. And they've been doing this for years. I Ghana for Muhuana. Don't you people see it in them? Can't you look through them? Can't you see that these people are enemies of the state? Boxer shorts say afo ke kan kwasi asem utipeni Lawrence Tete. Utipeni Dr. Lawrence Tete. Now the people in Ghana, ye persiko fans, omo to son kwasi asem so anyam na mo so Akufo Addo so emmoa Akufo Addo time na mo bube. Na mo to sebi because na mo pese be kumo enwan Akufo Addo time na wo o man hini Kwabena Asante wo he oyiri nya adwuma o maritime authority. A mo tumi si mu dan abuofunu ene de ye nyina ye nkoku Mahama ne Lawrence Tete. Abo na Lawrence Tete nko busu ni akabetu akasa ache ne sa. We are not going to stop this oh. As far as people like Sankwasi afford what system we are not going to quit this job. Me say I'm going to retire in about 10 years time. And no crane interest me free radio so or TV so totally. I'll be showing up once in a while. Maybe I met me days in so. So we are not going to go anywhere. And we are not scared of anybody. You people can do all the investigations about me. You find nothing. It is a junior say you are ganging up to misinform the people about the NDC government. Oh boy, you will not get that space. Lawrence Tete, ondi obiatem, onka semboni bia. Se mo pese eye bill na eye djuma mo fa nkoma Mahama e won the desk so nkwasiafo. Intwamwa. Koto de ne bodwe. Akufo Addo tesna mutumi nka ma adwene ngire no. Mahama na efo. Lawrence Tete na enkran ni. Mo sofo asofo ngo asantime wo betima kodi o matem. Abuofunu. Oba broche o tete the Japan basement said police dog. Ye use mu say moa. Mo betena TV so amon kan kore. We are not going to allow you people. Ana ya me ya say some of the NDC people allow you food, they give you money. Ana ya me ya some of the NDC boys omonya appointment they are giving people like you people money. They take care of you people like dogs. Internet shimmy. And all of them they will get to know their smoothness level in the future. They will understand me. They keep money, they give you people money like, oh, we know you. We have worked with you for a long time. You are our friend. They don't still understand. MPP boys, no one tiasie. They are still young. Their brain is still low when it comes to these things. Me in politics. If I don't like you, I don't come close to you. That is me. That's my principle. Politics is a dangerous thing. Don't underestimate a politician or you would need or take a decision anytime because everything is about their interest. So when you're dealing with a politician who does not like you, don't underestimate anything he does. He can take you out. Because the ukutano ope. Do you know the number of young people in the MPP omope Sami Jemfi position? Do you know? Do you know the number of MPP young boys omope Basintele position? Do you know? Unim MPP for do omope Randiabe position. Do you know? So young people no omo NYA young people na NPA ejuditama club position. Do you know the number of people omo Bawumiancha omo pesa position? Unim ko for omo pe boss position. Do you know the number of people in the MPP omo pe tema oil refinery ejuma no? You think it's a joke? Unim omo MPP omo pe the opportunity for Bawumia to wield power for them to do some things. Would you say agro kwasia? What was say I like these people. They don't like you. Your interest is not their interest. I'm telling you. I have been there. I know. Me, I have been there. And I know what this game is. There are no good people in this game. Especially those who are not on your side. The things you believe in. There is nothing good on that side. Because whatever is on this side wants it. In when your position and your Mahama has given you a position, now I will say, with me a cool guy, me the me pobia sem. Well, how about these people? Let me treat them as brothers. Massa, they will finish you. Because whatever you have, they want it. There's only one appointee under John Mahama. Me realize say this is a real politician or a Santini. We now appointment that in John Mahama first, he was given an appointment. That is one person. Let's not say when it comes to politics. When it comes to politics, in John Mahama Part 1, that young man, he was in that government. And that guy, when I spoke to him, I now understood. Say, or politics. What you say, Jimmy? And you people sit there, you want to be for the Christmas. Oh, MP for a minion, hey? Now, yeah, party. Near Fresh Boys way, no man and party, say, no man and mufie, no baby, no die, no mushum, no move, no musham, no more coba, on they are waiting for the right time. So when you answer now, you MPP in NDC in that now I party will fee no fresh our mind in a mono obi mono MPP for oh come we are brothers apart from politics we are brothers. Hey, in politics go to John Mahama, go and ask John Mahama. The people he trusted in politics are the people who destroyed him. Go and ask your own boss John Mahama. You people should get up in the morning one day munya time I am on John Mahama on Indian come say boss. Who are the people who destroyed you? Because every single person in politics he believed and trusted, they are the people who destroyed him. You just came into politics. How to control people around you. I don't know who event be. I don't know who program be. I don't know who's making friends all over the place because I know who I'm dealing with. I know the kind of people around you. I watch you and I laugh and I smile. With me, I've built a boundary around my family. I know who I call family, and I don't have more than 15 people I call family because I know what politicians can do. Where Jimmy T, yeah, Ghana politics, yeah, only one Chimo radio station near Bomo, yeah, can't some so, the ammonia crasma. At a point that we didn't go court, or unia person jailu, at a forcing, and young men din who a born who by and cat forcing can then do for them to jail. Now I'm telling you, Tachuchikata is speaking. Today he was saying, say a man street warning, and your poison or jail. And then the papa been a catcher now. J. Akufo came to power, the purpose was to make sure Chachu dies in jail. Oh, Fred J. Akufo unia. And then Tachuchikata order them. Na owu na Akufo urawa na kuma bebo bri. You know why? He's scared of the guy because he sees him as a dangerous man, and he's never going to open his door for Akufo Addo anymore because you know Akufo still harbors that hatred in his heart. If you don't underestimate, you understand these things. You understand these things. More MP NDC for young politicians, young police. You are stupid. You people are stupid. You still don't understand what you are in. And Akufo more on the sidelines. That is their target, that is their priority. And the MPP Nibia or Kasama Emma Baumia or Kasama MPP, it is what is in your hand and in our pay. I am telling you. So nobody, I'm not saying Kotresi can go be, but you need to draw a line. Now we are NDC appointee. Now we'll say, oh, your party will see. Baby, I want to know what you're da, Udu Tito. And people you know can turn against you all any time. People you cannot call family, you invite them into your house. Now I'm gonna move in the name say I know this person. Why radio I check? Now me call the radio so radio MPP ni. When do I find? But wait, Jimmy, are you stupid? Even your own party people, you don't give them the room to enter your matrimonial home. You don't do that. They will destroy you. Actually, you just don't want to understand. You need to understand the politics you are in. It is not for friends. So I am telling you. See the things Chairman Wontumi said about John Mahama. See the things they said about Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman. Let me tell you, Lordina Mahama, onyo bia odoni kunu anka ogua aware na gu. Anka Baomia Samira ne nkwara eye Chairman Wontumi mo ensem omo kato Lordina ne Mahama so anka omo break the home. Do you know Uncle Baby and Mabewo? Do you know what you are talking about? And you sit here today, you make it look like it's politics as usual. We are kwasia, me call MPP for Nyame kume. I'm telling you, omunya me yere me ma, me careless, they'll kill them. So I don't see them as friends. I don't play like that. I don't allow those things because there's no second chance. Omunyawa, they will take you out. Mumusa Samira, how many times have I tried to become? You people crazy. You people sit and you think this is a joke. Protect your future. Protect what has been given you. Don't Mahama. I am Munyata Munkono. Now Mumusa say, Obeka Chiremo, you don't understand politics. Mumubi do Jimmy. You see small money. Mumu Muskada, all of you people in this government, you this young boys, have you seen money before? Do you know what money is? Majority of you to 1 week have you seen money? And then you people pretend to say, suddenly you are loved by everybody. Everybody is your friend. Let me open my arms. Come to my office. Come to my home. Let me be. Are you crazy? Where Jimmy? Because the power that you yield today, power they kuta wodeno, ye kuobi na unsakaye. Somebody had to die. Do you know that? I'm in short story. Team, stay with me. And you people, I rather I never say, but we show one of my so serious. What to be my so serious? To me, stress. I'm there. Umubi, you have not seen anything yet. Eh? American politics. Come here and see. Hillary, I am telling you, Yatiana Mula Wuye, Diana, your president, can any day. Tell us your politics. I America, you're mature in politics. Yatiana, special prosecutor Mula Wuye, your president, can say any day. What to walk? What do Kwasia to work at say? Any Nianom, your men can't go be true, but draw the line. Draw the line. Can Japan, ABB, my MPP for? Ultimate free Ghana at the member court. I spent almost $240,000 of a said at the end of the day. Almost about damn ya and I didn't wait Juma. Canada Japan. He did that because not or the MPP or so prove MPP for say or the party no or the Nisika of full plane ever America ever spend this Sika to go to court with me to prove to MPP for say or the party no at the end of the day. I'm gonna check Japan say you be an argument for your kwasia onimunyansa. Kwasia to him say this is politics. It is family. We are boa. We nimunyansa. We are Jimmy for we nimunyansa. I am telling you, I'm showing you what politics is like. It means I don't take chances. I don't. I met my culture say me. I don't have real MPP friends. I don't have it because Obiawa MPP mubia a suspect, mommy. Every single person in the MPP is a suspect to me. I don't care where you are coming from. You, when you get the opportunity. So when you're ready, so be better with my bro. I don't give you the room. I don't joke with my life like that. Don't see politics as brothers as usual, sisters as usual. No. Wait, Jimmy. Your body pan what you to Ghana because of power. This issue, this nipa Ghana for your bobu to yatina kromha. None your politics. This is not a joke. Your bo amount for matuo. You kun amount for kunum. Your politics. You are seeing it as it's politics as usual. What bodam? Obo careless or the drobe gun some kun. Obo careless or behind nipa ma kun. Obo careless or be mobile botu. Obo careless or be kawa to actually. What was politics? You have let your guard down. Enti bibia ye nuanom we Jimmy unimunyansa. Politics now share you know. This is politics. This is politics. The lectures is here now. This is real politics now share no. Now what do Jimmy to the radio so NDC near the mobile power no. You knew your home. The see idea and the ban we so we kwasia. You don't understand what you are doing. Thank God for no. Whatever you people have today, they need it. Get into no campaign. Get into no day. Whatever you have today, whether you are a journalist, you are a regular guy, you work for the NDC, whatever Sambi Jefikuta and NDP before here. Adebia kuta Duzita Makro NPP before here. Adebia kuta John Mahama's appointee Biano MPP before here. Adebia kuta John Mahama NPP before here. Whatever Lodina has today, but Samira, she needs it. You think it's a joke? You think it's a joke? Where Jiminti, you think this is funny? Where you mean you are no? They don't fucking care. But finance minister to forcing. Ono nyame and abon ho ban bedru ha. Maybe God has a purpose for him in life. Sometimes go back and check Ato Forson how he has gone through the mill to get to this point at today in our history. The first finance minister, and the Ghanaians are yearning. They see him and they have hope. He speaks and there's joy. He's the first Ghanaian finance minister. Wait to me, Edi Nimraso, I'm a Ghana who's ampa. You will be on Nyansa Obetuma to Ghana. Then go back and check where he started and why he is here today. Ato Forson. Na nkenya nyame na hwehwe bibia ma na nko da jail nkende nko pro ko bewu. Take Godfrey Dame na mo. Do you ever thought to say Godfrey Dame to me ashada so obeso dey Ato Forson to fiase? The plan was from Afenyomakin. They be Afenyomakin to the TV, so Ato Forson is my brother. Oh, Ato. And so now Afenyomakin were behind the scenes. They should put him in. Go and ask Ato Forson. He knows all that. Oto Akajem say politics ye nuanom. Ombeku watu atwene. Momfa mo Jimmy internet na he omo gi 2 minutes free mu nsem a ade bi o maye wo kuro dum no you me say MPP we need power ne e kire ku MPP if they get the opportunity to take power today e kire ku you people are never going to see peace again. They will print a message to the world that you people are living in a democratic state. Ade bi o mo be ye mo Ghana no. Minority stands firm with the OSP in these trying times. Almost say MPP for Ende Tampori and not Tampuli. Hassan Tampuri. Your friend Tampuli Nukranya de Hassan Tampuri. Hassan Bolaso. Hassan Tampuri LED MPP minority. So I'm a press conference. Adentra almost say they support the OSP. Suddenly, these people support the OSP. Almost support the OSP. AC, why not at OSP? The question here is, dear pana obia yetia OSP. But I we been Ghana for. When this OSP matter started, 99% of Ghana for omo radios no any MPP MPs any omo communicators no critique bibi to mutim say attorney general na de OSP akoko tara meboa. Until say nya abutre echichi butre Ghana for say attorney general nankasa krampo no asem a ema OSP asem ebeda court no na onim hu bibia. So from the beginning no the MPP created the bito system nim almost started the janda bito system nim say attorney general na de OSP akọ court because attorney general per se yetwa OSP office nim. But later and the nyina tina asebebu say questions what really happened for this matter to get to court? And you be who say, Sana Ayadian, Ayanipe no more Bawumia office. They were involved in criminality. OSP, Ediom Kojina court. Mum, and then the Mujina court, Omokacha judge say, OSP need to mean per se or be prosecutiomo, and yet Attorney General Ayeni and Asram side. Inti, as soon as start here, Omo Magana for GBB say, oh, and this in OSP office, no. And this person go office no na attorney general court and so asem nanka santesa na dey one asem we mu nyina say and the MPP a press conference na press conference in the saying press conference dem kan say de full support Emma Edia OSP and they are going to protect the OSP's office really insane bi na kan e bi ni say minority urges fast tracking of OSP Supreme Court case, urges Mahama to state position on the anti-corruption body. Omo press conference na Tampuri and say omo de omo nim say OSP na and the only 2 ministers of prosecutor asem na ko Supreme Court no. Omo de omo pese Supreme Court di asem 10 na omo sa ebusa Mahama say eba special prosecutor office na ne stance ne saying. Now me enko check akana me chewa de bi. Now, asem ama OSP, asem we nyina abaye winya wo Ghana ni nyina ne say asem no fiti ne chiri no enie. 2025 OSP charges former Vice President Mahamudu Bawumia staffer, 3 others with corruption over seized rice containers. asɛm no nyinaa nie na abranteɛ bi a ɔyɛ adwuma Bawumia office ɔne nipa bɛɛ mmiɛnsa ɛna sɛbio ɔmo ne nipa bi bɔɔ korɔ no wɔ Tema Port ɛna OSP ɛkyi ɔmo ɛna ɔstarte sɛ investigate ɔmo nti asɛm ɛma a ɛyɛ yɛsɛ OSP ne tumi a ɔbɛdi ɛyɛ Ghana need na kɔgyina court nyinaa no ha ne start free ɛyɛ Mahmood Bawumia wo ya ne assistant ɔwɔ Bawumia office Bawumia wo nipa a ɔwɔ Bawumia office time na ɔwɔ power no ɛna na ɔmo de office ne yɛ business wonim de esi yɛ ba me dwedwam nkyerɛw eti MPP no ɔmo nyɛ nipa papa adekudie job yɛ de wɔ nyinaa ne sɛ ɔmo nim sɛ Bawumia office na ne ɛbɔ korɔ no na Bawumia select nipa baako wɔ office wa na all lead criminality no ɛna ɔmo OSP na sɛ ɔbɛhwehwɛ mu enti Bawumia nipa na ɔwɔ Bawumia office no ɔno na ɛndɛ waba court bɛka kyerɛ court sɛ OSP na yɛ ne yɛde ne ba Ghana no ɛndɛ ɔtaataa me na ɛwɔ sɛ court te ase sɛ OSP oni tumi sɛ ɔbɛ prosecute Ghana ni bia ne me ɛne na akɔfa sɛ wo nyina ba ɛyɛ Mahmood Bawumia nkasa staffer edi sɛ ɔbɛ sɛ ɔkɔ akyire na wohwɛ asɛm no mu ankasa this is where the matter started ma menya breakdown bi nkyerɛ me na bɛsi asɛm bi so then see the case involved 10 containers of lily rice imported from Thailand. Importer be imported lily rice 10 containers. A more 10. Tie. MPP for yankwasiafo. Now, imported 10 containers of rice, lily rice. No? One, the OSP, as some can say, the rice belonged to a legitimate importer. A mono. Nani pana or importing or a legitimate importer or no one the cra nemo a lily rice 10 containers no the bag Ghana legitimate per OSP case or making or court. 2, import duties had already been paid. Sa importer no otua duties ni nyina fenchem tie and then I go for OSP asem nyina ba e Bawumia nkasa assistant one of the staffers and no edwuma on office. 3, Issa Seidu allegedly used fake documents to claim ownership. Akwebi and your friend Issa Seidu or no and a cover fake documents be and will be claiming ownership of lily rice now yet the legitimate importer 10 containers from Thailand the diabano Akwebi your friend Issa Seidu or no and OSP say or call for document say sa containers in India when you see MPP time will remember Refi and OSP say one of the fake supporting documents was a letter from the office of the vice president, allegedly signed by James Kek Osei. Sa Seidu no, Issa Seidu no, or the fake documents be claimu a mona na a good port one. Remember, important they will check duties in a moni good port. And Issa Seidu no, edit documents by say container in an idea. And later no, OSP who say, sa documents ne kutano no. Seidu ne say or the document ni free Bawumia officer eye nipa your friend Kek Osei or your special aid to Bawumia or ni Bawumia office no on the sign ye na the signature was here. It is said they have the power to come to the port to claim the 10 containers belonging to somebody no say eye Bawumia office the special aid or the one as sign documents on konkoji containers ni nyina no mfa. Tie where you are sema OSP the court in the now make sure the Akufo OSP as we nyina ba and almost OSP to be prosecuted obia e Bawumia nkasa 8 and then the OSP court say OSP need 2 million per act na Bawumia mo ye no so be prosecute Ghana ni bia and na make sure no. Now customs officials allegedly tried to process the rice for auction in favor of Seidu even though he was not the owner. Into the air and say, Seidu na onye owner na o claim 10 containers no. Krata bi kuta na Bawumia office and a trauma no. Na sa Seidu no one a custom officers bi akomutira bomu say sa emo no me twa no auction. It technically obi akra ne mo aba na omo say emo no doso 10 containers lily rice no na omo te Bawumia office no they manufacture the plan to basically take the person's rice from the person and sell it to themselves. Now, the accused persons in the case no enye so nipa OSP echi omuko jina court no omu nyina omunye. According to the office of the special prosecutor, the 4 accused were Isa Seidu, an official at the National Insurance Commission. Sa Isa Seidu na okuta krata ya sign every Bawumia officer na ose ono ena sebio Bawumia mama ne letter say ombeji container 10 containers lily rice no sa nipa no oye dwuma and Akufo Addo Bawumia no oye dwuma wo the National Insurance Commission. Two, Yefrobi James Kek Osei, former Director of Administration at the Office of the President, at the Office of the Vice President. Kek Osei, James Kek Osei, honestly one of the people at OSP Diom Kujina Court. Sa no na oye dwuma ma Bawumia, one Bawumia na tenase plan bibia. Sa akwa na cho letter no Bawumia man instructions on cho letter. Nyemfa ma eye dey say do no mo fa port, no mo clear 10 containers of lily rice, no mo bon auction no mo fa. E ho na asabi nyina free ba o. 3. John Aban, Principal Revenue Officer, Ghana Revenue Authority. Abranti Okanwa OSP investigation or the kan omo odom kojina court near friend John Aban. Ono so no yedwuma o Ghana Revenue Authority. No so kan ho. And number 4, Peter Akibold Hyde, Principal Revenue Officer, Ghana Revenue Authority. Enti nipa mienu no mo yedwuma o GRA. Ena nipa baako na oye dwuma e Bawumia office. Ena Isa Seidu. Sa nipa 9 way. Omo na OSP chi omo nyina asem de makojina court. Eho ena Bawumia special assistant no. Ode Bawumia ende oda won Bawumia plan politics how they go for your friend your friend James Kek Osei no. Ene Hyde no. They are the people who went to court. And can say OSP achie office of the president yabokro no and Bawumia officer. Yes you person check court and say per OSP act no oni to me say obe prosecute Ghana ni bia into court no and stop OSP. And no and ma judge ne ka say so far no Attorney General's office and the biggest officer edin sem into Attorney General's office for now to take over a OSP office no because as someone akodi the Supreme Court almost per interpretation enti de ema asem nyina be pie ha ende ye ka say NDC for no person mugu OSP officer Tampuri Jimmy for no press conference no obusa president is stating the stance no ni nyina ne say Bawumia nkwara the same MPP now omo drafting and omo put it together the OSP Act 959 no omo na say twa mo abeka kire mo say sa office they need to me say be prosecute it why na u blame no. So how can an NPP person sit on radio and TV and say John Mahama ni NDC form OSP office because Mahama about power no amount for be brainy NPP for raising issue say omo per se John Mahama sebio ongu OSP office. In fact NDC for raising issue no don't hear president pa all along we were all made to believe say the OSP crampo no or prosecutorial powers once na John Mahama koreka because the act na no na MPP for nkwan nim say the OSP never had prosecutorial powers. But you see, MPP for me catch them say Otukwe a former Attorney General one omo maka nyina e be catch say any my kokwe be catch say time na omo draft act no behind the scenes they knew said the OSP did not have that powers to prosecute. John Mahama stating the stance from the beginning say no there he supports the office should stay. Inter na Tampuri Bejina radio so TV so a press conference. Now also Busa president say on stating the stance. This guy is a fool. They are doing politics with the MPP in Kwara. When you say MPP for Jimmy, they don't read. Even when you listen to the president in the past, the president was saying, the OSP's office, you do what? We all know say it has prosecutorial powers until MPP for Ankasa Sabaye. Ebeka Chair said, no. Yeni create Mrano. Yena ne power. Michael Quinn is speaker. Yena ne majority. We knew that the guy did not have prosecutorial power. We just wanted the office to be there. And it's in the Bawumia Kwara, Catcher say the OSP does not have the power to prosecute. And it's in the OSP Assembly was Supreme Court. Now, today the MPP are telling us to say, the OSP's office, no, NPP 4, any Attorney General, and Omakosha Kukwom no person OSP office, no. That is the NPP for you. In Tutia, the Attorney General did not defend the state institution but joined the assault on the OSP. He turned his weapon on his own client. The question here is the issue that happened. Nanka, I was Attorney General because as we see today, if the Attorney General takes a piece of paper and put it out and say, I have given the OSP the right to prosecute. Somebody can also go to court and question the Attorney General that what is the legal basis or constitutional backing for that, the permission or authorization you have given the OSP. Because the act does not explicitly say that the OSP has that prosecutorial power. The act says he will need authorization from you. Even the authorization, should it just be on paper, or you, the OSP or the Attorney General, you need to go to Parliament and seek their permission to give that authorization. Because if the Attorney General today, extra paper can say, I've given OSP authorization, somebody can still also sue the Attorney General and say, per the act, you are supposed to give authorization. How is the authorization supposed to be done? Is it supposed to be done through a written document, or you need to go to Parliament and seek an amendment or some power to back that authorization? Because when the OSP puts something on paper and gives to the Attorney General, or the Attorney General puts something on paper and gives to the OSP, it is not law. Even though the act is saying he can authorize, there should be some legal basis backing that documentation. Now the question here is, if somebody takes the Attorney General to court and tells the Attorney General, even though you have given authorization, let us see the constitutional backing for that authorization. What is the Attorney General going to say? The Attorney General will say that, then let me go back to Parliament and get a constitutional backing for that authorization. As we sit here, you cannot just say the OSP, Attorney General did not do anything. The Attorney General cannot do anything. What we are talking about is not emotional, it is legal. And Tampuli does not know what we are talking about. Tampuli is doing politics. He is being emotional. He is forgetting that all that is happening now, it's more legal than political. It is legal because people are looking to find loopholes in the law. And when you give them the opportunity, when we put laws across or before us and we are not make sure it is airtight, that is how people get the opportunity to skip or go through the cracks. And MPP, for what they were doing, from the beginning, they knew, said the office did not have that prosecutorial power. That is why they put that caveat. They say the Attorney General should do the authorization. Now the question here is, Ochina Attorney General be letter, not the OSP. Not OSP back court. Not Nipa now or the regional court. Because OSP, a mere paper from the Attorney General cannot be a legitimate or a constitutional document backed by the law for you to use in prosecuting me. The OSP will still need interpretation in the Supreme Court. So if we want to give the OSP full authorization, then we have to go back to Parliament for Parliament to make it clear, explicitly clear, that the OSP can prosecute. Now, if we cannot do that, then let us make the OSP an investigative body and make the Attorney General's office a prosecutorial body. Then we know the distinction. Ain't Tampuli Bejinaga say Attorney General did not. Tampuli is weak in reasoning. This is law. This is rationality. This is not about emotions and politics. This is legality. And you cannot just sit there and make any stupid statement. Now, Shadia, the same MPP that is telling us to say they love the Attorney General. This is the MPP, the minority. When they got the opportunity, they told us, Mama Chawadie, in the past, Nanseyamu, MPP for Kachire say they want the OSP's office to be closed down. You know why? Because they were saying, the amount of money OSP, it is too much. But today, the MPP is telling us to say, oh, you know what? We are in support of the OSP's office. We want to protect the office. What do you guys want to MPP for I would say, in Susanso, nano, satrata, what nano, in Susanso. Nano ensunsuanso wo dia na oka yangi OSP office yenguno ne afasika na ya spend no enfama shraj FIC ene edien Attorney General's office, because OSP enkwasi adwuma na oye onye hwema ye infie wotwe 3 cases be na watena ho MPP for no wonu dia na ogina so kasa asem no we na original so kasa asem no me chew MPP for nkwasiafo se ne omusuban tie na say momen hwe OSP budget. This is the time na omo pese ye pam OSP ne gu office no ensunsuanso Fresh Prince of Akatamanso na no se ya brago sketa no what think kwase maraka when na original so de kika sansem no why na no se ya brago sketa no ensunsuanso abuofuru, and dem say you are in support of the office when na original so o ka kire say adenti ne yeda ho keep OSP office because office no say sika. And Okachre, also check it from 2018, ebesi 2026. Sika yediama OSP no for so. Now look at the budget. So we are calculations now. Monies that were allocated to the office of the special prosecutor from 2018, no, from 2018 to 2026, sika ya allocate Ediama OSP office, no, is about 714 million Ghana cedis. 714 million Ghana cedis. That is allocation, meaning a sika ye ready budget and Ediama. So probability say omo ebe using nyina anase omo sanka nyina no high. So this money, which is 714 million Ghana cedis, no, let's say na a allocation OSP enya full amount no every year into OSP nya half of that amount every year. So we break in crack half. It means technically OSP received about 300 million Ghana cedis in the 8 years. What about dollars more? Almost $24 million. When Nana MPP for Gina Sokachre say the OSP's office should be shut down, and that in Sunsanswo, Ejuma Papa Bienho. And then Kwasiafo Ekachre said they are in support of the office because on person creating pressure to catch Ghana for say NDC for time OSP on person good office no. But before this incident happened, they gave us this list and told us to say Adentina you are spending 714 million Ghana cedis allocated money to the OSP office. Abra waye ejuma miensape. Adentina for Sikari Mashraj, young from FIC, young from Attorney General's office. The same people who were saying we have spent so much money on the office of the special prosecutor, na yengu office no, and the Sankwasia former catcher said they support the office of the special prosecutor's office. Into a way kwasia, how can any reasonable person into a calculation now 714 million Ghana cedis, no bad dollars, almost $50 million. That is allocation to the office. Into the Yankas allocation in an 8 years, no, omunya allocation in technically in 8 years, $46 to $50 million Nedama OSP. Now, because it is allocation, the probability of the OSP not receiving everything is high. In Tianka say allocation no every year biano on half of the allocation, meaning the OSP in the 8 years no made about 300 million cedis in dollar terms no about $25 million. But I say Argentina and the MPP is saying they are supporting the OSP's office. It is because of your politics. The same people who were against the OSP, abusing the office, spending the money, have turned around today to tell you, say, we embrace the OSP, we love the OSP, NDC wants to shut down the office. But they were the same piglets who were on the sidelines telling us we should shut it down. MPP and Kwasiafo. It is a limited liability foolish party filled with limited liability stupid idiots. And I keep telling Ghana for more I'm ready to say NDC are buying where they may know Kwasiafo. The LPP is a bad nut. You don't understand politics. This is what they did. Intended. So what is the MPP catcher will say? Oh, we as MPP, you know something? We love the OSP. We will protect the OSP. No, will say MPP for Jimmy. This is the